For those who aren't caught up in Hajime no Ippo, Sendo is mere moments away from facing off against Ricardo Martinez, and this video is to go over his last two fights, my thoughts, and predictions. With that being said, if you haven't caught up to the current chapters, pause the video right now and go catch up, because there's gonna be some spoilers. Alright, last chance. Alright. Sendo is so fucked! I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start at the top with the Nargo fight. Jose Nargo is the 5th world ranking boxer in featherweight, and is confident that he's going to win the fight by using a run and gun technique. And it kinda looks that way because he's been using it for 7 rounds without Sendo even able to lay a finger on him. Until he does. Towards the beginning of the 8th round, Sendo lands something. It was blocked, but he still landed something. In fact, each wild swing he throws gets him closer and closer till Nargo has to clinch, which makes him safe from any punches, until it doesn't. So essentially Sendo says, fuck your clinch, these knuckles are strong, leaving everyone confused on how he did that. But it doesn't stop there, because he then follows up with the knuckle drop. Now it's still a chopping right. Well, whatever you call it, Mashiba's pissed about it. But that chopping right, even when blocked, still does damage. Sendo begins to chase down Nargo to the corner to where he's about to begin his attack. Nargo proceeds to check hook and slip out of the corner until he's caught. Sendo goes for a right hook, Ippo gets a flash from the pass, and both boxers trade blows. Sendo looks worse off than his opponent, but goes, "That ain't shit!" and decapitates Nargo. Oh no, he still got his head. But loses the fight. After Nargo comes to, he's told to tell Martinez that Sendo's coming after him. After Gonzalez! Speaking of Alfredo Gonzalez! We start the match with Sendo not touching gloves but sending a punch out, wanting to brawl, but Gonzalez staying calm. So calm, he's taking the pace of the fight for the whole round. Round 2 starts with Sendo getting touched a bit, until he reminds Gonzalez that he's here on business for the guy that beat Ippo. So Sendo starts throwing punches. While punching, Gonzalez sets up and throws a counter. Sendo then steps into the counter, making it miss. He then slips a jab, loads up on a slip hook, which is blocked barely. Sendo starts a flurry in the corner while Martinez lets us know that that's a bad idea. And in fact, everyone lets us know that's a bad idea. Because it was a really bad idea. With Gonzalez awoken, Sendo of course is more than happy about it, even though he's getting thrown around and pushed back to the corner. But that doesn't faze Sendo because he then sends Gonzalez flying through the air with the smash, even though it was blocked. We own business. They are now slugging it out until the round ends, leaving Sendo worse off. Round 3, we're back with a one-sided slugfest, and everyone is here for it. It's so hype, even Martinez has to start moving. But still, Sendo seems to be walked down until proven otherwise. We on business! Round 4, and we're still slugging, but Sendo's actually landing stuff. Honestly, they seem to be taking turns of who gets the combo who. But then the ref steps in to tell Sendo to fix his taping around his gloves. Oh, okay. What's his nuts tries to stall for time. Ippo tells him to stop stalling. Sendo, now inspired by friendship, does a fucking dragon install and starts slugging it out again. But Sendo is looking for something more. Sendo sets up for Gonzalez's counter, but Gonzalez is scared from the power alone. Sendo goes for a smash. Gonzalez barely blocks it. While Sendo really wants a counter, he breaks his hand instead. With both fighters beaten to hell and tired for it, they realize that they are still on business! Trade after trade after trade, Sendo still wants that counter, and he finally gets it. And returns with the smash. Not only does it break through his guard, but also lifts him up in the air! Ref calls it there! Which goes into my final example. The spar with Ippo. This will be quick, specifically this moment right here. The fact that Sendo was stopped so easily and he was concerned about it is what has me worried, which leads me to my prediction for the fight. We're doing the ending of Ashino no Joe, like the real ending. I like to believe we've been dancing around the idea of a death in the ring, and I feel like if Sendo were to die, it would help push the narrative real hard. Now this isn't me dogging on Sendo just to dog on him. We just watched this man literally beat the odds and overcome them in his own way. But him easily getting stopped by Ippo in their spar is another thing. Plus, I think Martinez wants to get his run back and then some from when he got dropped by Sendo. But who knows what could happen. Hell, Martinez doesn't even know what could happen. And he fought Woolley? I don't know. And he fought Woolley to prepare for the unpredictable, which as cool as a fight as it was, doesn't really work well between Sendo and Woolley. But we'll just have to wait and see.